First up to the stage with a talk called This is Play Pop Go, we have Amber Park. Amber Park, the stage is yours.
Hello, hi everyone. How are y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Oh, does this work? Oh, there we go. So my name is Amber Park. A little bit of background about myself before I entered my Web3 journey. I started my career as a creative director, predominantly in the music industry space. So basically that included a bunch of things from designing album artworks, album campaigns, designing live shows, directing music videos. Have done everything from working with like Camila Cabello's Havana campaign to working with Katy Perry, Lil Nas X, Sabrina Carpenter, and got to have this incredible career where, you know, being a crucial part in the visual storytelling of, you know, giant music campaigns and seeing how the intersections of music, visual arts, and storytelling kind of bring people together and bring, you know, the sense of empathy and human connection and social interaction kind of at the biggest global platforms of levels. Fast forward into COVID, I got to this place where I was like, you know, I feel so inspired by all the incredible opportunities to be able to tell other people's stories, and now I kind of want to go on this next chapter of telling my own story. And so as a kid, I've always had this dream that I wanted to be like Hello Kitty. And I, you know, wanted to create the next Sanrio, build my own Disneyland amusement park. And so what started as kind of this journey that was, you know, creating a bunch of character IPs, writing a bunch of scripts, and thinking of going into like more of the film and television space, I kind of entered the world of Web3. It started in the bull market. I launched a project with a co-founder. I like your weird 10,000 NFT PFP project. Had a small taste of kind of learning about the potential of blockchain and NFTs, and I realized there's so much more potential to harness and unlock. And, you know, to me, I was like, I don't think NFTs are the best use case of Web3. I think blockchain technology, there's so much more expansive, and for me as a creative, there was so much opportunity to now build this instantaneous accessibility to storytelling and community in this way at home and building kind of playable experiences. So that leads me to Play Pop Go, which is a solo endeavor that we launched earlier this year. It is IP driven first. It's kind of my inner child dream of building the next Sanrio. So at the core of it, we start with 6 kawaii mascots, and we're kind of built around this philosophy that the greatest utility is joy. How do we treat people with kindness? How do you do things from a place of love? And how do you tell story through blockchain technology at the comfort of people's homes? And so basically with the first phase with Play Pop Go, we're building like this gamified physical to digital seamless integration where users can build their own experiences and build their own mini, let's say like digital amusement parks at the comfort of their own homes. So, you know, for us in the Play Pop Go ecosystem, we have kind of a multi-hyphenate type of omniverse that we've created with digital characters, original content, film and TV entertainment, digital collectibles, kind of physical streetwear, music and entertainment in the same ways as like you walk into your own type of Disneyland. And so with the kind of ecosystem that we've been creating, we are actually showing how you can build the physical virtual amusement park in the comfort of your own home like a kind of Apple ecosystem. You decide to play and build your own experience in the comfort of your own home or depending on your own likes and interests and things that you find compelling to your story. And so in this first phase of Play Pop Go, we've been launching what we like to call, and what I'll be focusing on for the rest of the talk, kind of the more fashion and kind of the more digital identity and digital fashion side of it. Because, you know, with us, we do believe that, you know, so much of our physical existence is spent online with how we consume content, how we stream content, how we interact and share content on social media. And so with that, really with the Play Pop Go ecosystem, we're really focused right now in this first year with establishing digital identity Later this year, we're launching what we call Play Kids, which is our offering of digital avatars. We're basically kind of taking the templates of two things that I feel like we all know very well in this room. A, gamified avatars and user experiences. Any video game you play, even on your phones, you build memojis, profile pictures. On the Web3 side, we've seen NFTs, PFPs, and collections and projects like that. For us, we really want to create a way in this gamified ecosystem how you can build digital identity and user experience as well as identify. And so for me, I think digital identity is so important because I think as humans, we are social creatures, and also we like to make ourselves the main characters in our own stories. And so with digital identity, now being able to personify yourself, with that comes expression, ownership of the freedom of how you express your identity, and ultimately connection. The way you get to build and work with other like-minded creators, how you meet and socially interact with other people, or even in this room, we all come together for a like-minded interest of crypto, Web3, or you just want to party and have a good time at the beach. And so, with that, we've been focusing on building out what we call our Play Kids. We're launching this in early fall, September, in Q3. Basically, each Play Kid avatar represents a digital identity in our kind of ecosystem and comes with a digital closet system, which basically is our proof of archive and a real metadata changer, which allows you to customize in real time kind of the traits, as well as a storage and a bank for just fashion items that you've collected in the Play Pop Go ecosystem. For example, we just launched our pre-fall capsule in June during Paris Fashion Week. And so if you were to purchase the physical pair of cargo trousers, you would unlock a digital twin version that would add points and rewards into your digital wallet. So then if you decide to mint your Play Kid, it would all funnel into your digital closet system and unlock, different user experiences in different parts of the ecosystem. And so basically with that, we really do believe that digital fashion and digital identity kind of go hand in hand. I think as we're building utility and purpose for kind of these user experiences, it's important to be like, how can we express ourselves and build this kind of opportunity to customize and build a unique story that is very first perspective oriented. And so with that, I think when we think about the Web3 or digital spaces, for us, we've been so focused on, okay, how does the application work outwardly in a third perspective? And I think for us, we're really focused on how does it now interact on a first-person perspective, which is us, the user. So for us, we don't see digital identity as necessarily like, oh, this is an asset I own, but more so a mirror of who I am as a person, or who I want to be identified with. And for us, really our ecosystem, we're not Web3 IP, we're not an NFT IP, but we're an IP that is utilizing blockchain technology to add a sense of futurism and immersive integration of activating digital experience with kind of user playable kind of interactions. And so with that, we are really trying to break the boundaries of this is Web 2 versus Web 3, this is a gaming thing versus a fashion thing, as trying to really more propose this idea of this is a mass audience, mass media, it's cool, we like cute things. And so with that, during this first phase, we're really focused on what we call playwear, which is basically playable streetwear. On the one side is the physical street and fashion. You know, we've been teasing the brand on the likes of like Jennie from Blackpink, who's been seen wearing our Play Patch leather trousers. On the digital side, we've been featuring some custom avatars for like Madison Beer, Audrey Nuna, a wide mix of variety of music artists to influencers to even some of my own favorite like Web3, Web2 influencers and creators. Recently, we launched a Nico zine, which is Nicola Formichetti's, Lady Gaga's fashion director's Web3 magazine, and we created a Nico Boy character just for him, which we are teasing soon will have kind of a more digital collaboration and storytelling, as well as announced collaborations with Pet Liger, Bonnie Clyde, an LA-based eyewear company, as well as Unistella, kind of a huge nail artist and jewelry designer based in Seoul, who's worked with the likes of Blackpink, G-Dragon, and is a huge staple in kind of K-pop culture. And so for us, it's really showing this kind of seamless integration of physical to digital and digital to physical, and how it's kind of this infinite cycle of how we as a collector kind of add aspiration, lifestyle, and cultural value to the things we collect. So with that, with Playware, we're hoping to reimagine kind of the consumer experience. While, for all of us in the room, how we decide to dress ourselves based on whether it's I feel like I'm very stylish, or it's a sense of comfort, or okay, maybe this is how I want to be perceived, or this is what I'm comfortable in. Fashion is an extension of our identity. And so for us, we think in this next chapter, when we think about the digital age, it's very important to figure out how we can bring digital fashion with digital identity and bring these kind of customizable experiences. And so with the Playware experience, it's really, we're starting with very digestible things. For us, like I said earlier, we're really focused on more mass market and a mass audience, and how can we make blockchain technology more digestible and palatable to a pop culture audience, or for an all ages, and even kids to adults and those who may not be, the crypto user. So what we've noticed, I don't know if anyone here is fans of streetwear culture, but for me, I'm a huge Nigo Bape fan. And so in the same way you may collect Nike low dunks or collect streetwear pieces, there's this sense of collector's mentality and culture and lifestyle aspiration that goes behind it. And so for us, we're really pairing that shopping and collecting experience with self-expression, and also now bringing kind of this amazing technology with blockchain. You can now create these kind of user transactions that allows you to unlock digital activations, or bring storytelling to life in a very dynamic way that you wouldn't necessarily get in the more traditional and tangible Web 2 IRL spaces. And so for us, we see the power of fashion and digital identity as kind of the starting point of our story. For me, I really think it's really important, like anything, we want our users to be the main characters of the ecosystem and the main characters of the stories that we're telling. We are IP driven, and we're really focused on how can we make users feel empowered and also have the access to technology to tell their own story and create their own gamified, customizable user experiences in their comforts of their own home. For example, this one right here is a full body version of Nico Boy's Play Kid avatar. We're dropping Play Kids later this fall. And basically, for us, we really want to kind of redefine this NFT PFP narrative, as well as just really kind of show the kind of cross bridges between gaming experiences with digital avatar experiences, and how you can build a playable experience and it not feel so linear, but more of a 360 immersive experience with how you will go attend things IRL to how you digest things on a digital medium. And so with all that being said, this is kind of a little insight to the world of Play Pop Go. For us, we kind of have taken the model of I think art and storytelling and creativity is such an incredible way to bring people together, as well as break boundaries, as well as give them the sense of storytelling and joy and a sense of freedom of expression. And so for us, I think we're really taking kind of this next generation IP approach of how can you bring human nostalgia and human connection on a very spiritual and emotional level, but pair it with a very immersive sense of consumer culture, as well as kind of physical to digital collectibles. So thank you.